We're back in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator for another challenge video. This is the leader challenge. We need to bring a leader or a boss from each faction, or from a faction every time, if money provides. The good news is that there's some pretty cheap ones. The chieftain counts as a boss, and he's only 400 bucks. So let's do that. Bring a chieftain in. Now, I'm gonna add a little bit of spice, but we might need to amend this, is if we stick to a certain faction while having a boss, and then I just put up a ton of troops and have them get absolutely destroyed by catapults, well, that's just strategy, guys. That's strategy right there. I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, this time we decided not to bunch all of our troops up so they could just get mass artillery fired by the catapults. So let's see what happens. So quick aside from the action. If you think you've seen everything in strategy RPGs, think again. Watcher of Realms is a next-gen fantasy RPG with over 200 heroes, 10 different factions, and real-time tactical battles that are all about unit placement, deployment costs, and timing of skills. It's not just a turn-based or idle strategy game, it's pure strategy. And they just dropped a game-changing update for their second anniversary, introducing a new class, the Tactician. It's a whole new way to play. The Tactician repositions in real time during battle, blocking hits, striking back, and totally flipping the fight. Combine this new class with the new Knight heroes, Morden or Valara, who bring buffing, debuffing, and knockback ultimates to the field. They make a pretty powerful combination. And right now, there are free anniversary rewards, 119 summons, a legendary hero, skins, emotes, crystals, and more, just for logging in. There's everything from guild wars, epic PvE boss fights, and base battles. There's a little bit for everybody, no matter how you like to play. So download Watcher of Realms for free on PC, Android, or iOS using the link below, or scan the QR code, and join me by jumping into the game. All right, so we're back here, and this is working better. And did my chieftain just die? Dude, take out the catapults. Ah! Yeah, we got one. Oh my gosh, charge. Yes, I think we won. We did. Okay, so we charged it and the chieftain died somewhere on the battlefield, but the bone mage survived. Now we're getting pretty close to the end. I think it makes sense that what we should do is try to win this one with the next faction up and do the farmers. Now, what is in the cave? You always have to check this cave. Okay, nothing there. Wait a minute. Could they have troops? Oh my gosh, they got reinforcements. The enemy has prepared an ambush. Now, how we win this? I don't know. Hobbits. What happens? Nobody knows. This might be the worst army that I've ever put out on a battlefield in devs before, and it's going to be completely reliant on the namesake of this challenge, which is the leader boss champion. Oh my gosh, that is so many spearmen alive up there. I don't think we fire enough crows fast enough to where that this is going to be a viable strategy. He's supposed to launch, what, 3 or 4 crows in a salvo? But, like, look at his recharge rate. It's incredibly slow, and I think on top of that, some of the crows will double up on enemies. So that was 4 crows to hit 2 units. Now, we're going to be reversing. I can't see anything because I have these giant wingspan, and now everybody's dead except for this hobbit. No! All right, so this one's a little bit different. We went for the medieval faction. We've got the king because I think, as we all can agree, the voice actor for this character in the game is the best ever. And we all know why. All right, so the king has dispatched the enemies. Now, this dude is going to take quite a few spears. He's going to go down, but his honorable sacrifice might allow our archers the time to start getting some arrows off. And as long as the king can survive a few spears, which he's actually dodged 2. I'm quite impressed. Okay, he's got 1 sticking out of his rib cage right now. That cannot be comfortable. And he brings down the Zweihander and absolutely smites 1 soldier and knocks 1 swing, and he took out 2 dudes, and that is a victory. Now, the Bard surprisingly survived the entire battle. But, ladies and gentlemen, arguably the biggest challenge yet is waiting for us. A Viking naval invasion, well, the water is frozen, so they were able to come via that way, has arrived, and man, are they packing firepower. So let's go to the Dynasty faction, and I'm thinking a Monkey King. And by a Monkey King, I'm saying 3 Monkey Kings. And then 3 ninjas. I want to see if just a few units can win this, because Monkey Kings can replicate into basically 2 or 3 versions of themselves. So as long as the ninjas, at least 1 or 2 of them can survive, I think we have a chance. Oh man, the Valkyries just took out 2 of my ninjas. Wait, no. Somehow he survived. There's still a chance. You just gotta watch out for the Jarls with their little ice prisons. They're really, really good melee specialists. So as long as they didn't get the real Monkey King. And somehow these two guys are alive. Okay, all the Monkey Kings are dead. But there's 2 Jarls left alive. And that doesn't bode well. Axe, head, death. All right, this time we took out one of the Monkey Kings and decided to just bring in more infantry. Maybe quantity has a quality all its own. We got a few samurais. We got a few firework archers. But the enemy force seems like it's doing a pretty good job at surviving and making its way up here. Now, we have spread out our forces, but it looks like the Monkey Kings, both of them, have been taken out. And as a result, we dropped down to a single unit left alive, and the enemy's got to have at least close to 20 troops still alive, including the Valkyries, who I don't know what they're doing. Dynasty couldn't do it. Can the Pirate Alliance? Pirate King, Pirate Queen, bomb throwers. There's no way this works. Oh yeah, especially when your bomb throwers just like completely like destroy themselves. It all comes down to, oh my gosh. The Pirate Queen is laying in waste and the King just got dead. Back to the drawing board. Blunderbusses. And you know what? A few harpooners never hurt nobody. Could this be it? I think the blunderbusses can survive some of the melee contact because they're like basically surrounded with barrel armor. Then again, this is probably not a good strategy either. So this is like the penultimate challenge mission, right? It's obviously going to be very, very hard, especially when you consider some of the rules we're working with here, which is why it's called the challenge series. All right, I guess we could do a Da Vinci tank. We'll have a front line of fencers backed up by painters. So naturally, the boss we're bringing in is the Da Vinci tank, which I think has to be one of the absolute coolest looking units in the game. Because, like, this design is absolutely crazy. Like, yeah, we're just gonna be, like, a little armored sort of, like, house riddled with cannons, and we're just gonna spin around and shoot cannonballs. Sir, why are you not shooting cannonballs? I need you to really be shooting cannonballs right now. Look at this. The units are trying to hop on top. Now, if you could put this, like, some razor blades on the top or, like, swords sticking out, that would be awesome because they would have cleaved through those Valkyries. But alas, we're still at the drawing board here after another defeat. We went for the spooky faction because there's probably no other unit in the game that's spookier than the Reaper. And we also have the Candleheads because I think if they hit the enemy units, they, like, it do it a weird, like, push them back. And it's a pretty good delaying tactic. Wait, did he kill the Jarl? Oh, I was going to say, if he could scythe that Jarl. Now remember, when he dies, he turns into a black hole. Valkyrie flying by, and he's dead. So I don't think he's strong enough, and Candleheads might be the worst choice to choose here. Because this is the last one, and he's turned straight into ice. But I'm not ready to give up on this faction just yet. Could 3 Reapers take on this many enemy troops? No, doesn't look like it. That's 2 black holes already, I think. And then the last Reaper. And I don't even know if we've killed any of the Jarls. But you know what we haven't tried yet? Zeus. We're going to put Zeus, a Minotaur, a few Snake Archers, and a whole bunch of Hoplites. What we need is the Minotaur to disrupt the enemy formation and the Snakes to distract enough troops so that Zeus can do lots of chain lightning. Okay, he's getting absolutely mobbed. If Zeus goes down, we effectively lose. Come on, Zeus. This is just a dude cosplaying as a bear with a giant axe, and you can't beat him? You are a literal god. Well, we haven't tried the Wild West yet. All right, I don't think this is going to work, but at this point, I don't know what will. We went for the Western faction. We brought in a lot of pretty good firepower, but the enemy just has too many troops. How do you win this? I think we're going to have to combine different factions. Although we haven't tried the good faction yet. Now, we've got the boss unit, but we also have the unit called the Sacred Elephant, which honestly, it's been so long, I forgot what it does. And honestly, seeing the Sacred Elephant on the battlefield just makes me wish that there was a very, very good Lord of the Rings mod so that we could see Oliphants and have the Haradrim versus like Gondor and stuff like that. Oh, is there not a good one? Okay. So we've turned into the Celestial Aegis, and this guy's like, you know what? Who needs eyeballs when you could just have a glowing face? All right, so that seems to be pretty powerful, but you're going to have to watch out because they've got axes. And there's nothing more silly than seeing a bunch of dudes with axes trying to cut at a butterfly. Yeah, everything else is dead, and we're dead too. Everything is dead. Void Monarch, it's your turn. I really like the Tempest Lich. Ooh, you know what we haven't tried? Is getting some of these guys in behind the archer lines. That might do something. All right, so the Void Monarch and the Deathbringer are going to be the ones that need to bring the pain. Now, how are we doing back here? Okay, that distracted the Valkyries and some of the Berserkers. Their archer contingent, which is what I was hoping we would kill, is still alive, and everybody's dead. Oh my god. Now, at this point, we might as well try the secret unit bosses. And we do know that samurai are pretty solid, right? They can block arrows. All right, Giant, can you do it? Oh my gosh, he's absolutely getting swarmed. This is just so fitting to see the Norse faction going up against a giant, like a frost giant. It's just in Norse mythology. So to see it play out in the snowy plains is just perfect. This is totally accurate to Norse mythology. Now, that being said, the giant's doing its thing. I don't know how much health it has, and it's not doing enough damage. I wonder if paired with ninjas, it would actually be a good idea. That being said, the Jarls are dead. Oh, wait a minute. We just used the wrong boss unit. All we needed was the Frost Giant? The Frost Giant can kill the Vikings? Look at these guys. Oh, no. He's definitely slowing them down. We had a samurai until friendly fire killed that guy. I just went inside this dude's brains and saw his eyeballs. And it's victory! Oh my gosh, I never thought we'd see the day. Well done. We're hopping into the adventure and fighting the mammoths. So we need to use hero units. I'm trying to think which one is the best for range. I want a ranged unit. Zeus. And ballistas. We are going mammoth hunting. And obviously we're gonna bring the longest and biggest sticks we have out into the battlefield. Okay, I think that the 3 ballistas are gonna do the majority of the work here. Ooh! Okay, we spittooned this guy in his, like, spinal column. This guy, oh man, can you imagine? You know how bad it gets when you, like, eat, like, a cracker and the cracker, like, stabs your gum? That's sort of how I imagine this feeling, just 100 times more worse. Uh-oh. Guys, ballistas, you're gonna have to do your thing. Okay, 1 ballista's down. Is that 2? 2 are down, but this guy's blocking the lightning bolts from his brother over here. How admirable. Okay, there's only 2 left. Oh my gosh. Oh, make that 1 left. But this guy's strategically hiding behind the other mammoth. And there's snakes. So elephants don't like mice. I wonder if they also don't like snakes, because this one is just derping out. And that is a victory. So you just went to the market to pick up some euros and falafel and tzatziki, and bam, there's a woolly mammoth in your street. What do you do? Oh my gosh, and they've got wheelbarrow cavalry. There's a unit I really want to try. I just have to find it. There you are. 2 Gatling guns. This isn't gonna work, but we've got our chieftain for the boss. All right, guys. Gatling guns, please kill that thing. The Gatling gun took way too long to charge, and he's not even able to hit on target. What if we countercharge them? Riders of Rohan versus Oliphants on Pelennor Fields. Oof, yeah. That's about what I thought was gonna happen. What we need is massive firepower. I'm gonna send a Monkey King at him, and then just a line of muskets and totally just, like, tank the right side. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work out. The Monkey King just got barreled. The Musketeers aren't gonna be able to bring this down. We need something that do more damage, like maybe ninjas. They're just a little more expensive. The Monkey King is alive, though. Wait, is this mammoth dead, or did he just get his tusk stuck? He just got his tusk stuck. All right, unfortunately, the Monkey King probably doesn't have what it takes. I take it back. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Slap, slap, slap. All right, I think the only unit we have left is the Monkey King. But remember that this guy can do ground and pound and do damage that way. He sort of has an area of effect damage, but he is stuck. And I guess so is this guy. He's riding on him. Do it. Beat him up, Monkey King. I've never used the Monkey King to beat a mammoth, and now I wonder why I haven't until right now. Uh-oh. This isn't looking good. Buddy? Yes! He hopped above the trample. He's cloned himself. Yes! The Monkey King. Monkey defeats elephant. Medieval shieldsmen and potion throwers. I know what we need. It just depends on how much money we have. Monkey King again. Muskets. Painters. Battle. Oh yeah. Muskets are fantastic at just cracking straight through shields for all of the obvious reasons. I mean, if you think about it as terms of like military technology, shields went by the wayside as soon as people brought in black powder muskets. You're not going to carry a shield and have some dude with a stick on the other side of the field just shoot a small little piece of metal, it cracks through it, and you die. You're just going to drop the shield and run. Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay, so this is Final Destination Night, and we have to remember that the boss challenge is in effect. I think the only one that's still kind of considered a boss is the Tribal Chieftain. Can he destroy this guy? All right, let's try this out. All right, we brought 3 units in. Oh my gosh, at least it's going to be really hard to hit this guy's head. Looks like little shrunken heads you see from like voodoo magic. Okay. Uh-oh. Shieldy guy, spear dude, you were supposed to kill him with the spear. All right, can we win this? Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh no, that doesn't bode well. This guy can't even hit straight with his club. I don't know how we're gonna defeat this dude. What we need to do though is move the chieftain as forward as possible, and we're gonna have a single musketeer as far back, but at the same... Actually, wait, can he shoot down? Because if he can shoot down, looks like he can shoot down. Oh, he got him in the jaw, and that guy survived it? You gotta be kidding me. The man just survived a musket shot to the jaw. Or did it hit off his helmet? Okay, well, there goes our musket. But we're victorious. The musket to the jaw must have weakened him, and it only took 1 hammer blow to finish him off. There is one of my favorite units in the game, Artemis. She's technically a boss. Now, all of these potion dudes are pretty dangerous, but not if they're all shooting. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've been hit. But like, look at how fast she can do. So Artemis is the Greek goddess of the hunt. And here she is firing 5 different arrows, individual targets. Now, if there's multiple... Excuse me? You shot 5 arrows at this guy and missed? She's getting pretty nastily potioned. That being said, she's able to cut these guys down pretty well. And good. We didn't miss. We just decided to take out the function of his wrist. I'm going to see if the Monkey King can't do it. And I'm going to back him up with a chieftain. So these guys are bringing 2 axes. We're bringing 2 stone axes. That guy immediately died. All right, Wukong. What do you got for... Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be hard. I see. Okay. I see how it is. Can quick draw win? 2 quick draws? I mean, they draw quick, right? Depends how far these guys can jump. Shoot! Uh-oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's not gonna work. These guys are not... He looked like this guy just shoulder pushed him like he was a game of soccer and he just died. We can't even afford most of the bosses. Most of them are 2,500 or more. But you know who we probably could get? Zeus. Zeus and 4 shieldy boys. All right, okay, I think I know how to do this. We've got to put Zeus a little bit back, and we need to find the absolute, like, cheapest melee unit. It's gonna be halflings. Just make a conga line. It's like a breadcrumbs all the way to lightning death. That way, the berserkers should use their jumps a little bit early. Please lightning, please lightning. Woo! Oh, I was hoping that guy would have jumped off a cliff or something. Come on, Zeus. They're getting here. Just kill this dude who's doing some crazy maneuver in the air. Lightning him, Zeus! Yes! We've won. We're going mythological beast hunting, and this is a field of minotaurs outside of what appears to be Mount Olympus. Let's bring animals to an animal fight. We're using a boss unit we haven't yet, which is the mammoths, and then we're doing lots of spears, which they all missed. Okay. This reminds me of that Stickman Trenches video we did the other day where like I just kept timing my pushes wrong and I kept getting absolutely destroyed by grenades. The Minotaurs are crushing the woolly mammoths. Crushing. We brought out basically the Fellowship of Tabs. Zeus, Gandalf, Thor, and the King. I mean, that's basically what if you had the Fellowship of the Ring in here. And then, well, hobbits, obviously, but we didn't have that. Man, that would be a fun challenge. Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit challenge. I think we did that years ago. But, man, Minotaurs are big meanies, dude. And they're so strong. The King is still alive, and he's in a one-on-one fight, and he just got punched straight in the chest. Oh, now he's getting tag teamed here. But Thor with Thor's hammer, Mjolnir just launched this dude. This is why I love this game. It's a moment like this. Dude gets hit with Mjolnir, and he's out of here. Straight up out of the battlefield. Oh, and look, there's another one. Yes! Dude, this is hilarious. We're going bowling for minotaurs. Come on, Thor. Wait a minute. Oh, for a second, I thought the king had picked up Mjolnir. This would be like the moment when Captain America picked up Mjolnir. I would have absolutely lost it. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. Thor just like, you know, a token swing at the enemy as they blaze by. Bam! Okay, Thor's hammer has to be one of the coolest attacks in the game. We have a Jarl up here, and we have $1,500. Does that mean we can even afford a Jarl? Let's do one-on-one. All right, who wins? Jarl or Jarl? If you guessed Jarl, you've got a good chance at winning. I guess there could be a draw. Are you serious? I think that's hilarious. So I'm like, yeah, Jarl's gonna win. Not technically. We can still have a draw where literally nothing happens because this dude is taking a nap. But a quick refresh of the fight. And they both fall off this time. Okay, who's gonna win? I can't tell who's winning. Uh-oh. It looks like we're at a Yeah, cool. Round 3, fight. Get the hit. Get the swing. Chop his head. Hit him with the axe. Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't look like a good exchange. Wait, we knocked him down? How does that happen? Statistically speaking, in a tabs battle, to see that guy win 2 out of 2 battles? Oh my gosh, this guy can't swing his axe because he's in a arch. You know what? This is what stubbornness looks like, but I'm gonna do it, dang it. All right, we knocked him over. We should get a good swing in. That looked like a pretty good blow. I think we're getting the first attacks. Oh, we got an extra one there. Yeah, dude, first try, man, no problem. We know exactly what we were doing. Good job, Red Jarl. Beat the blue one. Oh my, birds. It's all birds. Okay, you know who's gonna win this one for us? Wukong. 4 Wukongs. Don't need anything else. Okay, maybe we might need something else. That's a lot of crows out there. We need to start killing the, I see 1 Wukong left. Guys, how did this fail so spectacularly? The Valkyries? We haven't killed a single crow dude yet. Okay, now we did. I never had any doubts, man. I knew we were gonna win that one. We had it in the bag. Oh my gosh. All right, the woolly mammoth on the mountain, Mount Doom. Come out, so that justice may be done upon thee. What do we want to use for this? All right, we've got the fellowship. I'm gonna bring a single sniper. He'll be Legolas. Okay, so we brought in the fellowship. Boromir, Gandalf, Thor, and Gimli. And Legolas has a musket, you know? It's not the fellowship at all. Now, I think this all comes out... Fortunately, most of their units fell off the mountain and, like, died. Oh, man. Thor just wrecked the mammoth. Yeah, there we go. There he's dead. The Jarl called in... Wait, who's blocking shots? Is that Thor's able to block shots? It looked like they shot at the Jarl, but Thor may have blocked it for them. All right, Gandalf, do your thing. Oh, yeah, we got this in the bag. It's just a matter of if we can hit some of their units that are hiding. Look at this, dude. Get ragdolled down the mountain. All right, Musketeer, I need you to... Oh, okay. Well, he was there, and now all we have is an axe to show that he even existed. Boom! And I want to say a big shout out and thank you once again to Watcher of Realms for sponsoring today's video. Download Watcher of Realms now using the link in the video description below. Claim tons of free rewards for the 2nd anniversary celebration. And remember, it's not your average strategy RPG. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.